This is a podcast, not a news broadcast. We will report situations that are currently out and available for public access. No one on this platform is claiming to be a journalist. We are a group of individuals giving our opinion. Enjoy the show. The fuck you gotta be nervous about?
Yeah. Uh-huh. All right. Oh, boy. A little different. It's been a minute.
I know. It's been a while since we've been in here.
Yeah, I know.
Because your work schedule.
Yeah, kids get out of school.
Yes.
It's a lot. But we'll get into all of that. Let's get this thing going.
Homesick Podcast. This is Homesick Podcast.
Yes, it is. Welcome to Homesick Podcast. I'm Miz.
And I'm Liz.
And I want to thank y'all for listening to this little podcast of Wildest. Thank you.
I like the energy.
I want to apologize for... Seems like we haven't been around. Well, I'm going to give y'all a little speedy rundown of what's been going on. We had Father's Day, which I had a great Father's Day. It was fantastic. Kids gave me a lot of stuff. My wife gave me some special stuff. What else? We took a trip. Well, a bunch of friends and stuff, and went to AC.
That was fun.
It was a cool little weekend vibe.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, like I mentioned, kids got out of school, so we had to deal with all of that.
School.
Yeah, so
We've
they're
been trying
here
to entertain them.
Yeah, they're eating up every fucking thing.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure parents can relate right now. Want to send these motherfuckers somewhere. If you got any ideas, message me. Camps, boarding camps,
jobs.
Did they got boarding camps? Is that a thing? Can we send them somewhere?
Did jobs start hiring?
Yes, something anywhere? Like for real. And my birthday was Friday.
Yes. Happy belated.
I'm the big 4'1", getting old head hole.
Yes, you are pretty old.
Nah, not that old. I know some people older than me. They play like they're younger than me.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about. But yeah, that's pretty much been our week. So, and then with work, I've been busy. So it was hard to like find time to get this done. I know a lot of people was probably happy, you know what I mean? Because shockingly, we have haters. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people was shocked, like, oh yeah, they gave it up. They're done. Thank God we finally got them finished.
Our shit talking got us out of here.
Nah, motherfuckers, we still here. We just been busy. And apologize to everyone that was actually looking forward to the episode last weekend.
Yes. And your birthday dinner this weekend.
Oh yeah, I did have a birthday dinner, yes. With some close friends. It was all right.
It was good.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Nice to get out.
Yeah. Yes. That's all I got. Anything you want to throw on that?
No. Just trying to keep up with this weather in Jersey. It's like really, really hot to the point you can't breathe.
Yeah.
Then it's raining out of nowhere, and
it's random showers out of nowhere.
I did get a little bit of sun though. I'm
you looking bronze. Yeah, you looking real nice. I know I'm tanned up.
Yeah.
That's pretty much a quick rundown of everything. I don't have anything else.
We did miss recording though. That's for sure. We kept saying let's get on it, but with their job, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, we did watch some shows too.
We did. And I have such bad news.
What's that?
They canceled Grosse Point Society.
Yeah, I think we was the only ones that was fucking watching it, it seems like.
Oh, such a good show. Every show that I like, they cancel. Mm-hmm. I don't know why we can't find another demographic that watches this with us. No, it's such a good show.
It was a damn good show. It even ended good.
Yes,
too, so.
It was on a cliffhanger, which I hate.
I don't know.
Good Girls did that to me. I hate that. It's so annoying.
We finished, not to cut you off. Fuck was that shit with Justin Timberlake's wife? Sisters.
Oh, the other sister.
Was it the other sister? No, it was Sisters. It was just Sisters.
No.
Wasn't it just
The Better Sister? Something like that.
Some shit with Sisters.
Hold on, I'm going to look it up because I don't want to do that.
Yeah, we don't want to get it wrong. And while she's looking for that, I was corrected on something from, was it last episode? And I want to thank y'all for keeping me on my shit. I came out here and I said something about Rock the Bells came out in 1998, which I clearly know is not true. It was 1985. But I want to thank the person that corrected me, but did it in a respectful, cool way. It wasn't like, hey, you dumbass. It was, obviously, I wasn't even feeling good last episode too. So that was a lot of shit, but no excuses. Yes. So I want to thank y'all for keeping me on point with that shit.
I love the feedback. People are always commenting.
Yeah, we got a lot of good compared to the negative motherfuckers out there.
Yeah. It's The Better Sister.
The Better Sister.
Yeah.
That shit was good.
That was
I enjoyed that a lot. So it was a series. It had episodes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it was a series. It wasn't a movie or nothing. It was a show. It was a series. and Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
She's in it, and I don't remember the other woman's name. All I remember is she was in that movie where she
Elizabeth Banks.
Yes. She was the sister, and it had a great storyline. Turns out husband dies, but the husband was married to the other sister at one point and then got married to Jessica Biel right after. Then comes to find out the husband was on some shady shit is why he ended up losing custody. The mom ended up losing custody of her child. So it had a lot of back and forth. It was good. So the better sister?
Yeah.
Check that out.
Yes.
All right. So moving on, we don't have a question. You said you got a
No, I wanted to do because I like when we do the would you rathers, and I think our the people that watch us like this too. So
okay.
I figured we'd do some would you rathers. So would you rather continue your life or restart it?
See,
I know.
Can I say both?
I know.
All right, fuck it. I would restart it.
Okay.
Okay, there's some things that I would love to change.
Yeah.
I would love to not even have gone through if I was listening. A lot of it was that's me not listening. If I listened, a lot of shit would be different. So yeah, I would go back and restart it.
Well,
I wouldn't get rid of nothing.
Well,
no, I would still lead to this point, but there's like little things that I could have got ahead of.
I mean, if you restart, you don't know where you would end up. We might not meet, but
so I'm not aware of the restart. It just boom, mind clean slate, don't remember shit.
Right. I know, but I get what you're saying because there's things I would definitely want to change in my past.
I would just eliminate.
I get it.
Some dumb moves I made and shit. That's
all right. So what about lose your sight or lose your memories? I know these are some deep ones.
Lose my sight or my memories. I'd rather lose my memory.
Yeah.
I don't want to not see the world, see my family, see my loved ones, like shit like that. I'd rather lose my memory. Fuck it. Some of the shit I don't even want to remember to begin with. So yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right. What about have a pause button or a rewind button?
Well, that kind of goes back to the first one.
I know.
Should I ask that one?
I'm asking both.
Let me see. Pause or rewind?
I was stuck on this one because I definitely would pause just because I enjoy the kids being kids. I literally love this stage.
Yeah, I like the baby.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like them now.
That's why I would pause, but I would definitely rewind for certain things that have happened. But then, like Back to the Future, remember when they went back and they had to make the timeline exactly how it was, or it would change and everything. So that's.
But it's weird because it's crazy because people were like, "Oh, I'm sick of the baby crying. I wish it would just tell me what it wants."
I know.
I like trying to figure out what you want compared to them, because them telling me, I don't want to hear the shit they telling me.
I know. I miss it so much.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah, all right.
I do.
All right, let's move on. We're just not even staying in this area. So I'd rather have the rewind button. Yes, I would hit the rewind button.
I would have a bunch of kids.
Yeah, rewind button.
If I was rich, I would.
Rewind button. Right now, I would like to rewind.
I think he's on the same page.
No, fuck that.
All right, get away with lying 24/7 or know when someone's lying.
I want to know when someone's lying.
Me too. Hell like poker face. I love that.
That's a good shit. We talk about that shit a lot. If y'all ain't watched that shit yet, I don't know what the hell y'all waiting for. Good fucking show.
That's for sure. All right, experience the start of Earth or the end of Earth. I know. I thought that was a good one. That was
start or the end of Earth. I would want to know how it ends.
I would like to know how it started, because that's what I always question. Like, how did everything come to be?
Hey, be careful.
I know it's a lot.
There's a science side to that, and there's a biblical side.
Yeah, I know. But I would like to see that from my own perspective.
I get it. Yeah, I would like to see the end. I want to see how it all ends.
Jesus, you're dark.
I'm just curious.
All right, that's all I got. I figured we wouldn't overwhelm everyone with that.
Okay.
But I'm going to do more next time, I think.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah, I like them.
This makes you really think.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything for Talk of the Town?
Talk of the Town.
All right, so I don't, because I figured with the Diddy docket.
The Diddy docket.
It's so long since we talked about that. But I figured since that, I wouldn't do too much because we have a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so some highlights. They were at the closing arguments. I'm not going to bore you with all the other stuff because I'm sure you guys are already up to date.
Right.
So highlights from the closing arguments. Prosecutions, they had a powerful closing. The assistant U.S. attorney, Christy Slavic, delivered a nearly 5-hour presentation depicting Diddy as the leader of a criminal enterprise who used power, violence, and fear to coerce victims into freak-offs and explicitly detailing incidents like drug-fueled marathon sex sessions and the 2016 LA hotel assault. She emphasized forced labor, highlighting testimony from at least 4 women, including Cassie, Jane, Mia, and Capricorn Clark, who described coerced, grueling sex acts and physical abuse. 2 interstate travel counts from prostitution, they were underscored, with evidence of Diddy arranging flights and hotels for the escort Jules.
Yeah.
She highlighted alleged witness tampering, recorded calls seeking Jane to confirm consent, and efforts to silence Mia. And then the defense had their rebuttal. The attorney, Mark Aganifilo, argued that while Diddy may have been abusive and engaged in kinky behavior, none of it amounted to sex trafficking or a criminal RICO enterprise.
What?
They framed relationships with Cassie, Jane, and Mia as consensual, part of a modern love story, and noted financial settlements like Cassie's $20 million that was previously given as potential motives. They maintained Diddy opted not to testify to avoid damaging cross-examination.
Hold up. Is this motherfucker about to get off?
Well, so the current status of this trial, it has wrapped up. The jury is expecting to begin deliberations very soon, likely today.
Yeah.
I was looking up charges and how likely the analysts believe a conviction is. So for racketeering, they say the analysts believe a conviction here is likely, even without sex trafficking, RICO may stick. And then for sex trafficking and transportation counts, there's strong evidence of interstate escort travel and coerced sex, which could lead to convictions, but consent and financial benefit issues may give the defense some wiggle room. So those are iffy. And the jury has to decide against 5 counts, each carrying severe penalties, potentially life imprisonment. Yeah.
So there's not, okay, so backtrack to what I said to correct myself. So not saying that he might get off, but it seems like it's like they're lightening it. Like they're not making it as crucial and heavy as like they was going at him in the beginning. Now certain things they taken away from the table.
Yeah, well, they did drop some of the charges, but I heard that they dropped some of the charges to make it easier on the jury.
Oh, not to confuse him.
Right. To make it as like, I guess, to really guarantee a guilty on their behalf. But I don't know.
Wow.
I'm really not sure. And a lot of people I thought they were going to ask to testify didn't testify.
Well, a few people didn't want to testify, which is the weird shit.
Yeah.
But because even after this case, which I didn't understand, and like you still was hearing a lot of people talking about their encounters with Diddy, all the shit that possibly happened that was sus, but none of them took the stand. You hear them make a little post online talking about it. Like I seen some shit with Berg, young Berg. He was talking about he had a situation with Diddy, where Diddy said some shit to him that made him feel uncomfortable, but motherfuckers ain't saying nothing then. Right. But they've been a lot of talking and shit after the fact, like what Diddy did. So Diddy did, but for all those, I guess they got frustrated that we can't stick him with the sex trafficking.
Right.
So they just
simplified it. But then again, they can because because
he was crossing seas.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's just a matter of what the jury finds. It's in their hands. We'll see how it goes.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll know this week. Hopefully, it doesn't take them a long time.
When was the expected date for it to all end?
Well, they were expecting it to be over by 4th of July, but the deliberations start today, so could be any moment.
Crazy. Yeah. So in entertainment news, there wasn't really a lot being done. Everybody talked about the Jeff Bezos and his new wife, Lauren Sanchez. That was the only talk. Everybody talked about that. There wasn't really none going. Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry split. Who the fuck cares? We talked about that. The only thing that was like interesting that I seen that there was protesters that's protesting for Bezos to get out of Venice.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they wanted him out of here.
But it brought so much money to where was it?
Italy. Yeah.
Yeah, it brought so much money to Italy. Just the amount of money from that wedding.
Yeah, they had one protest sign said "No Bezos, no war." I don't know what that got to do with anything.
They wound up moving the venue because of the protesting.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
They didn't want it to interfere.
Like he couldn't just pick up that party and go any fucking.
Oh, he did. But it was on like a boat in the middle of the water. Like nobody could get to it unless they had a boat.
Jesus. Yeah, so that was all the big talk all this weekend is the Bezos wedding. Congratulations on the newlyweds.
Yeah, it was nice. The pictures were really nice.
Yeah, if I had money like that, I would have did it big like that too.
Her dress was amazing. My favorite was the one with her hanging out the window, with part of her dress hanging out with her. It was really pretty.
That's that money shit. That's another bracket.
Yeah.
Exciting news. 27 years later, The Boys Mining tour is finally happening with Monica and Brandy. They got special guests is gonna be Kelly Rowland, Money Long, and some guy named Jamal Roberts. He was a winner of the American Idol season 23.
Oh,
It's gonna
okay.
be a 24 city tour, and I don't have the exact date of when the tour starts.
October 16th to
October
December
16th.
7th.
Okay, so yeah, October 16th. So a lot of people. I would actually go to this.
Really?
Yeah, why fucking not? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Brandy has some shit back in the day. I wasn't really a big Monica fan.
Mhm.
I listened to some
like
of
her
shit, but
songs.
Brandy, I liked a lot of shit Brandy came out with when I was younger. But it's so funny that they're doing this tour now because this song came out in 1998.
Right now.
And they're now doing like I feel like they missed a big opportunity in
I was
not doing
watching
it
an
then.
interview with them, and they were talking about how Ariana Grande asked if she can do like the Boy Is Mine concept for her song, the song she had like that.
Mhm.
And she said that they were so against it in the beginning, not with Ariana Grande, just in general, because they were like, they were prepared for someone to say, "Can we redo your song?"
Mhm.
And they felt like it's a classic, don't ruin it.
Yeah.
And when she came, they said the way she presented it, like the song to her and to the both of them, they were so like, wow, you can do it. We'll let you do it. And Monica was saying her daughter is such an Ariana Grande
She
fan
got
that
cred
she
for
was
that.
like,
Yeah.
she was like, Mom, what are you doing?
But was it
Like,
really that good though? Her version? I don't remember it being like it. Not
I don't think
talk
it was
about
nothing crazy, but maybe because her fans are younger, so they didn't know The Boy Is Mine like that.
Yeah, it's probably hitting another demographic.
But yeah, I thought that was a really cool story.
Okay. Moving on to entertainment. This is something I know if my mom's watching, she's gonna love this. Derek Dixon filed a lawsuit against Tyler Perry. And in his doc, he claims him and Tyler met at an event back in 2019. This is in Derek's words. Tyler picked him out of a crowd and asked for his phone number, suggesting he might have a role for him. Which he did. Which he did have a role for him. It was a small role in 2 episodes of the show called Ruthless. I've never watched. I'm not really a big Tyler Perry fan and all his show. The show was in January 2020. Derek says Tyler invited him to his Atlanta home and he accepted, hoping to build a friendship that would lead to more acting gigs. But according to the suit, while there, Derek drank too much and ended up sleeping in a guest room. He also claims Tyler got into the bed with him and started touching his thighs. He states he rejected Tyler's advance that night.
What?
Not even the fact that Tyler was touching him, that the fact that there was no brawl, there was no nothing, like, my man, you come in my bed, you touching my thigh. Anyway. So,
maybe he is like he's open to that, but not
from Tyler Perry.
It wasn't consensual.
Okay.
Maybe that was the problem.
Well, shortly after, Derek landed the role as Dale on another show of Tyler Perry called The Oval on BET. At this point, Derek states Tyler started firing off sexual suggestive texts, including asking what his sexual preference were and telling Derek that Tyler himself has sex with men. He's claiming that Tyler Perry confessed to him that he likes to sleep with men. Derek goes on and explains that there was another invite to Atlanta. He still went, where they're alleging took a dark turn. Claims Perry went on to ask him if he likes it rough in bed.
Jesus.
And then grabbed Derek by the throat while saying, "Look how excited you got me." Yeah.
This is crazy.
He pushed Tyler away and states that was the end of that alleged incident. Again, it's more suspicious to me that you went a second time after he did what he did the first time.
I definitely I see your point of it, but maybe he was just trying to benefit the doubt.
No, bullshit. He was trying to get a big role, and he just kept teasing him to try to get that role.
Oh, okay.
So the lawsuit includes years of text messages allegedly sent by both men. Most of the ones Tyler allegedly sent are sexually charged. For instance, one reads, straight man would be going on walks with you. What? No straight man will be going on walks with you or cooking dinner for you unless they wanted to fuck you. I would fuck you.
Jesus. He's very out
blunt.
there. He's very, yes.
June 2021, Derek's final straw. This was his final straw. His final straw was again at Tyler's home. He was staying in Perry's guest house wearing only his underwear. When he says Tyler came into in to give him a hug goodnight. He alleged Tyler yanked down his underwear, groped his butt, and said, "Relax," and just let it happen. Yeah.
You can't even say it straight.
Because this shit don't make no sense.
Oh
You went over there
God.
3 times, and every time he made a move on you, and you trying to play like this was the final straw.
Right.
Bro.
Oh, what is wrong? I mean, obviously, we don't know if this is true. We have to wait.
So
This
he said,
out.
relax and let it happen, and assured him it was going to hurt. Yeah.
God.
According to the suit, Dixon finally filed a complaint with Equal Employment and Opportunity Commission in June 2024, and then quit. He quit after that.
Oh,
He quit the
God.
show The Oval, saying he could no longer put up with the alleged sexual harassment. Dixon suing Tyler and the Tyler Perry Studios for quid pro quo and workplace sexual harassment and sexual assault and battery, and he's seeking $260 million in damages.
Jesus. And he's not laughing at the allegations.
I'm
Of
not
course,
laughing at
that's
allegations.
serious.
I'm laughing
It's
at
just-
as a man
It's just crazy.
accusing
sounding.
another man of coming on to him, but you didn't defend yourself against. You didn't make it clear, unless I'm mistaken that I haven't read that maybe
That's the
Dixon
thing.
could be
We don't know. We weren't
Right.
there.
So if that case, but let's say, okay, in the sense of him not being gay, you make that clear to a man, you know what I mean? Nothing against homosexual. You know, if a man was to hit on me and then say, oh, I believe you, I'm not gay, I'm not with that.
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
Yeah. I
You now know that this man is sexually attracted to you and went to his house 3 times. Despite the first time you found out. You went over there 2 other times. And now you're playing like you some victim.
Maybe he did set the boundary and it wasn't respected. I don't know. I'm just trying to be the devil's advocate here, trying to show the other side. We don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened.
We don't know.
But
We'll
it sounds crazy.
we'll
That
see how
also
it
sounds
plays out.
crazy. All right. For all the Chris Brown fans, Chris Brown appeared back in Southwark Crown Court in the British capital and pled not guilty to attempting to cause grievous bodily harm for alleged chucking a bottle at Abram. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that last name. In Science London's Tape nightclub on February 2023, last month. Chris was arrested and jailed in connection with the alleged assault after he flew into the United Kingdom weeks before his Breezy Bowl tour.
Oh, okay.
Chris was released on bail after he turned over his passport and paid $5 million in British pounds as a security fee, which translates to 6.7 million American dollars.
Jesus.
As a part of his bail conditions, Chris must return to court for his hearings, and if he doesn't, he could forfeit the security fee. What he paid, the
I'd be
6.7
there
million.
every time.
Yeah, so yeah, but it's cool that they're still letting him do the
Right.
tour, but he has to appear in court throughout this whole tour process, and he has to go to go to London every time he does it. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's for the Chris Brown fans. Let
Yeah.
them keep them updated, which I'm pretty sure they already fucking know.
Right.
But I'm just reporting from what I heard. Further news, I know you heard the shit with R. Kelly. Supposedly how he's thinking that someone is trying to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
And the whole story comes from he gets medication.
Mhm.
And they try to say they gave him too much of the medication what he had, and it made him pass out.
Mm-hmm.
So he thinks like they were trying to kill him in jail.
Oh.
So now he's requesting that he's released and put on house arrest, stay at home.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
but prosecutor said that shit ain't happening. They said he's a manipulator, and this is the behavior of abuser, and an abuser and a master manipulator on display for him
Yeah.
acting like this and going out of his way. So
Yes.
it was denied. He's obviously not getting that, but I guess he's looking at all these cases and saying, "Well, shit, I didn't do that bad."
Yeah, I did see.
You know what I mean?
I seen that he was saying he would like Trump to pardon him. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
possible, but
hmm
might be a reach.
Yeah, it sounds like a fucking reach.
Mhm.
It says Kelly says he learned he was given an amount of his prescribed medication that could have ended his life because of him asking for temporary release of to home confinement. So with him asking that he thought someone was trying to kill him. I want to touch on this, and I'm mad I wasn't able to because of the week we had. The Clips album dropping July 11th. So they have, well, in the song, what is it? So Be It.
Uh-huh.
His last verse, Pusha T's last verse, he's talking about Kanye. He's definitely talking about Travis Scott. Now, everybody knew he originally had some issues with Kanye. He expressed that in that article.
Yeah.
But for those who may not know why he has a problem with Travis Scott, which he was talking about everywhere, he said he calls Travis a whore. When saying why he dissed him on the so be a trap. Pusha says he felt disrespected when Travis played Utopia without playing Drake's Meltdown verse. Drake had a verse on the album Utopia for Travis Scott, and that's where he went at Pharrell and Pusha. So he's saying pretty much you came into our session knowing that was going on, but he didn't play that verse. He didn't play that version. He played a whole nother version.
Oh, okay.
So basically, Pusha's claiming that, that's a sucker shit, which is some sucker shit, because you were playing it for Pharrell, knowing in the back of your mind that you had some shit that was dissing Pharrell, and you're trying to play like, Pharrell is your mentor, you look up to Pharrell and shit, which is fucked up. So I completely agree with what Pusha was saying. Yeah. But I can't wait to hear the album. I think the album's gonna be fire compared to the last good album that I felt I listened to. Granted, not taking away from the review I gave on Lil Wayne album, which I thought was 50-50. But when it comes to the type of rapping I want to hear, I definitely expect that coming off of this album from the clips. So I'm looking forward to the album when that drops. I'm definitely going to listen to that.
Did you see the Louis Vuitton fashion show that Pharrell did?
That shit was fire.
Did you see Pusha T with the camera? He had his phone. He was recording the whole thing like a proud dad.
Yeah. Nah, that
nice.
shit.
Or a good friend.
Nah, yeah.
That was really cool.
I seen some shit. I would definitely rock myself.
Yeah, it was cool.
Whoever don't respect Pharrell taking charge over at Louis Vuitton is crazy, because he's definitely bringing some different insight on that shit.
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff I seen, I was like, damn, if I could. Them chests. Yeah. You seen them fucking chests he pulled out on the Louis Vuitton chest? Oh, them shits is fire. All right. Yep. So, moving on. That's all I got for entertainment news, actually. Shocker. So, moving on to our main topic. So, at some point in our relationships, we all have been guilty of doing something petty, right? Or was it justified? So that's what we're going to dive in on this episode now. We're going to touch on what we considered something that was petty or something that was not, pretty much.
Yeah, we thought it would be fun to share things we've done that may have been petty, may have been toxic. I don't know. Or maybe we justified it. Right, exactly. Correct. So we'll see if you guys can relate. I know for me, it goes back to MySpace. Remember when we used to be able to put songs on our profile? Yeah, I used to do that. Oh, especially to get back at you in a sense. Like I'd put Icebox when I was mad at you. Like, and then I do We Belong Together by Brian Carey. And then it's like, I realized I didn't have an icebox and we do belong together and you should come back. Yeah. That was my, I guess, toxic trait.
Okay.
I don't know. I was definitely young though, if that matters.
Well, MySpace? No. Yeah. I mean, MySpace.
I was young.
It dates you. Yeah.
I was a bit immature, I guess, back then. So I used to use that to give you subliminal messages.
And you consider that as being petty?
Yeah, I was probably being petty. Would you think so? Or is it justified?
I don't know.
I was just young, and to me, music was like my therapy. I swear to you, I listened to music and got through a lot of stuff. Right. So that to me was like, I guess, my way of expressing how I felt to you, without actually telling you. So when you'd go to my profile, you'd know what I was thinking or feeling.
All right. I got something petty, the same touches as social media. Woman I was seeing before me and you got together kept promising me that we were gonna work it out, we was gonna fix it. Baby mother, we had a kid together. So I didn't believe it, so I created a fake Facebook account, pretend to be somebody else.
Yeah.
And pretend I was somebody else, telling her how beautiful she is and all this stuff. At this point now, she's telling me we're still together, we're good, we're working it out. So I'm hitting it, and I hit with the final question. So, you got a man? Bold face text back. Oh, no, I'm not seeing anybody. I'm just finding things out.
Wow.
Jaw dropped. I was like, huh. Okay. So, of course, what I mean? As soon as I seen her, I hit her with it. I showed her everything and stuff like that, and she was blown away. Like, I can't believe you did that. But it's like, I got tired of being played around with. Yeah, and I had a linkering. I definitely had an linkering. So
I don't think that's petty. I actually think that's justified because there's a reason you did it.
I mean, some people might look at it as petty, like you should have just walked away if you even felt that way, right? But yeah, I did that. I was young too, so yeah, I guess in that point, I don't think it was petty. I think it was justified. Like I had to know. I had to know for myself, and I'm pretty sure there's people out there that's done things and they want to know for themselves. Like, all right,
yeah,
is this the real answer instead of trying to gather up shit for yourself and trying to figure it out?
Especially if you were asking and she was like, no, we're great, but you knew.
Yeah.
So you just needed to have the confirmation,
I needed the clarity,
the validation.
Yeah.
That it
I needed
was
to clear my
true.
mind on that shit. I need to know that so I can move forward and move off. Yeah. And then not too long after that, I met you.
Though.
Yeah. What?
That's pretty smart to do, though.
Yeah. And I didn't like myself for that. I felt like, damn, I'm not even myself doing shit like that.
Yeah.
But I was all confused and shit. And then with a kid being in play, I didn't want to be the one to say, like, I didn't try at least to be there or be in the situation. If you didn't want me, you could say that. You know what I mean? I didn't like the stringing along thing. And I felt, as a first-time father, I felt like obligated. I should try my best to try to say, all right, I'm going to at least be there. I'm not just going to walk away from the situation. So she cleared it up for me. She made it easier for me. Still, things turned out rocky and shit with, the whole situation. But it is what it is. I had to know for myself.
That's so fucked up that it still turns out rocky after pretty much she didn't want to be with you. Like, that's not fair.
Yeah, it is what it is. Hey, what's good, y'all? Quick break before we dive back in. You know I'm all about rocking gear that reps who we are. And lately I've been loving the fitted snapbacks from Reference Brand. These hats are clean, comfortable, and seriously pull off any fit. Whether you're hanging out or making moves, Reference has something that fits your vibe. As brand ambassador, I got a hookup just for y'all. Use code HOMESICK at checkout for 10% off your entire purchase. That's HOMESICK for 10% off. So support the pod, support the brand, and keep your style locked in. Now let's get back to the episode.
Gosh. All right. Well, I'm sorry that happened to you. But another thing I did after we broke up, because in the beginning it was kind of, we were on and off in the beginning. And I know one of the times I lost a lot of weight and I was super skinny and I was like kind of proud of my body. Yeah. And I put a bikini on and I posted it.
I remember that.
And I had a feeling you were looking at my profile.
Oh, fuck yeah, because I was wondering who the fuck is she posting that shit for.
So I did a thirst trap, I guess you could call it at this point. But yeah, it worked. I mean, I got you back.
Yeah, because when I seen that shit, first thing I'm like, oh, this motherfucker. I'm like, who's she posting that shit for? Or I kind of felt like it was like, oh, okay. But I mean, you know what it is when you look at it. But it was like, damn, all right. You wearing bikinis now and shit. All right, so
I wanted to see what you were missing.
Whatever.
It worked because you did reach out to me.
I did reach out right after I seen that. I was like, hey,
yeah,
I need to see that in person.
So the thirst traps work.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think it was toxic or petty.
No, that wasn't. I don't think that was. I think that's just like little harmless games like being played. I don't consider it something that's petty. You know what I mean? So I would look at it was justified. You did it for your personal. Again, it goes into something you want to put it out there because you still wanted this to work, but you know that I was an asshole, and I was an asshole. You know what I mean? I wasn't the best partner in the beginning, and you know what I mean? I was still juggling the idea of like...
You just told us you were going through that.
Yeah, I was going through a lot of shit at the time, so mentally I wasn't ready for all right, I'm ready to have a relationship. It took me a little bit. It took me a while to learn and figure it out.
Yeah.
Do I have another petty situation? What I considered petty? When we were dating, I would purposely... when you used to work at the mall.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you do?
So when you used to work at the mall, I would purposely make sure I go and... Because you used to work at, I guess we could say, you used to work at a phone company store. Yeah. So I used to purposely like walk by with my guys and stuff like they used to peek in there. Sometimes I would go to the mall. Like if I'm going to the mall for something, I would peek in there and look like, all right, if she there, and I would be with my boys and shit and making it seem like I'm having a good time and shit. Just if you caught me or some stuff like that.
Oh, that was part of the time we were on and off.
Yeah, and then that's when I was talking to so-and-so.
Yeah.
When I wasn't really talking, but...
My stalker.
Yeah, damn sure it was. I didn't know she was doing all that shit too until the end. Funny. But yeah, I was doing petty shit. That I consider petty. That was petty because there was nothing going on between me and her. Like it wasn't like going anywhere.
Yeah.
It was just like...
You were trying to make me jealous.
I wouldn't say like that. It made me sound like some kind of clown shit. But yeah, I guess that's what it was.
That's not clown shit.
It's clown shit.
You loved me and wanted to...
All right.
Get me jealous.
Okay, let's go forward. What we
got here? All right. So we asked you guys on our socials to share what the pettiest thing you've done in relationships
you motherfuckers answered too.
And you guys didn't disappoint.
Right.
Here's the top 5 out of everything we received. So I told him I wasn't ready for a relationship, then started dating his best friend a month later.
Jesus.
But it was true at the time. She wasn't ready for a relationship when she said it.
So you date his friend?
Right.
That's petty.
It was true at the time.
That's petty.
I'm sorry. We asked for petty.
That's petty. That's definitely petty. I'm sorry, Ma. That's petty.
I blocked her, but made sure my Instagram story was public so she could see that I'm thriving.
I don't think that's petty. Everybody does. It's a form of petty. I should say it. Everybody does it.
Is.
So it's kind of justified.
But I'm sure this person probably wasn't. They were just trying to make it look like I'm living my life.
Yeah,
not her.
That's like me when I was walking around the mall pretending I was good.
Right. All right. He forgot our anniversary, so I made a fake dinner reservation, showed up alone, and posted a "he stood me up." Posted a post saying he stood me up.
That's petty. You went to set up a fucking reservation and then showed up to such reservation and pretending that you was by yourself just to make a post?
Yeah, just to make him feel bad that he forgot their anniversary. I think it was funny. I like petty. That. I like that petty one, though.
That's petty.
I asked for space just so I could go on a date without technically cheating. That's wild.
You know what's funny?
What?
A lot of men do that.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Break up with a chick before holidays.
Oh my God.
Do certain shit like that just to say that I'm not locked down to her because I'm still trying to figure it out and I'm trying to see other. So yeah, that's not justified nor is it petty.
It's petty.
It is bad.
Petty.
It's bad. I would say it's bad.
That's very bad.
Yeah.
We should not be doing that.
No, not at all.
Last one. I sent a random hey text to my ex the day after my situationship posted his new girl. They reached out to an ex after they realized their.
So it wasn't like their current. It was just some dude they messing around with.
Yeah, he posted he had a girl, so she messaged an ex.
That's petty.
Yeah.
Childish and petty.
Yeah, because you know you didn't want that ex.
Nah, you're right. Yeah, that's some petty shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you guys for sending this stuff.
Seriously, I appreciate it. I love that you guys are writing us and stuff like that.
Yes, this was a fun one. Mm-hmm. I was looking forward to this one all week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we've been we try to keep posting and let y'all know what's going on.
Yes.
So thanks for taking part of that. It was good reading that stuff and actually getting all this prepared for this episode. So that was cool.
It obviously made us laugh.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy it.
We hope ours made you guys laugh. Mm-hmm. Especially thinking back MySpace, I was that's
MySpace was my shit. I was a rapper back in the day. They thought I was out here. You couldn't tell me shit.
Yeah, that was the top 8.
I was spitting hot fire, bro.
Yeah.
Talking about.
Yeah, that was fun.
I mean, look me up.
Good
Misery.
times.
But yes. That's all we got for the main topic?
Yeah, that was it.
All right. I got my random shits.
Oh, I love your random shits.
So on the top of my random list, it was a quote by David Banner. He said his mentor taught him to never do business with a man that cheat on their wife. Men that cheat on their wives.
I love that because it's so true. If you can't even be faithful to your woman, if she can't trust you, why can I? I agree with that.
I'm about to fuck your head up. I'm about to fuck your head up.
You're a guy.
I'm about to fuck your head up. I think that has nothing to do with business.
You don't think it has anything to do with loyalty?
Loyalty and business is two different things. Because in business, you could hurt feelings. So I don't look at it as you got to be a certain way. Loyal to if I started a company, we got this going on right now. Yeah. Loyal to the point that wherever I go, you go. Wherever you go, I go. That's loyalty. That's holding down each other. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The business aspect is, Liz, we think Ms. needs to go. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to stop you from doing your business. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So to compare it to a relationship, a lot of men get married for the wrong reasons.
I agree with
But a lot of people stand on business and make sure they get that money. You know what I'm saying? I would think people are more trying to get that money more than worrying about that. How I look at it.
Yeah. Oh, we got to agree to disagree on this one.
No, I understand what you're saying. I get where you're coming from where, all right, if you can't even honor the bond of a marriage, how could you honor the bond of some type of business? I get that. But I don't think they're the same. I think they're two different things. I think a person that's not happy in their marriage, that's something personal. That's something going on. But when it comes to business now, I think that's something else. That's just my opinion. I don't think it's the same thing.
Yeah. Get it.
You get me?
Yeah.
It don't look like
your genetics. You have to.
It has nothing to do with being a man.
Because you're a guy, you have to justify it somehow.
All right.
Yeah.
I just think okay. All right. Reported by Complex Magazine, Social Security might not have enough money to pay full benefits for 2034. A new report says that Social Security Trust Fund is running out of cash. If nothing changes, people may only get 80% of their benefits starting 2034.
How is this? My paycheck has not gone up. So they're still taking the same amount of money. Where is it going?
I have no fucking idea. I don't know. I just seen that and I was like, that's crazy to actually think of. That's still within our time, hopefully, God willing.
This is why it's important. Like, who runs the finances? I mean,
People will
Doge
point
went
fingers
in
at our
and
president, People will point fingers there.
yeah. Well, Doge went in and took away a bunch of stuff, but like, I still haven't seen the extra money.
Nope.
My paycheck has not gone up.
Yeah, you're right.
Everything is still expensive. I mean, granted, they say gas is low. I don't really notice it. But maybe that's just where we're at.
Correct.
I don't know.
I also have, so how there's a narrative going around about nurses and why most of them cheat on their spouses?
Yeah.
Studies show it may stem from the nature of their work, which includes long hours, emotional exhaustion, and high stress environments that can lead to complex interpersonal dynamics. Some relationship experts suggest that professions requiring high empathy and emotional labor may experience blurred boundaries between personal and professional connections.
Oh, wow.
So if I'm constantly with you day and night, because they work some ridiculous hours.
And you go through a lot of like trauma and
Correct.
stuff like that, working in hospitals, doctors' offices.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that compassion, they make it relatable, and all of a sudden you look like, oh my
God, I think I love you. It could be,
Wow.
it could be just you there all the time. Fuck it. So yeah, but I've heard that. So anything in the medical hospital field, stuff like that. A lot of these motherfuckers do cheat. Doctors, not only nurses, it's doctors too. These doctors are sleeping with these nurses. You know what I mean? So it does happen. It's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it's just in that field. I think it's across the board, but it's higher in the medical field.
Yeah. I just saw a survey. They said that I think the chance of cheating is 85% in a workplace.
Across the board.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a very high chance. I guess because you're always at work. Like,
That's pretty much that's your whole, if you think about it, Monday through Friday, that's where you're at.
Right.
If you're doing a full-time gig.
Yeah.
I have one last thing here. It says a study published in the journal Sex Roles found a strong correlation between the unequal division of household chores and a decline in women's sexual desire with heterosexual relationships. Women who report doing the majority of domestic tasks, such as cleaning, cooking, and laundry, also reported lower levels of sexual satisfaction and interest. Researchers suggest that mental and physical exhaustion combined with feelings of resentment or imbalance in the relationship contribute to the drops in the libido. When household labor is perceived as unfairly distributed, it can erode emotional intimacy and increase psychological stress, two key factors in reduced sexual desire. The findings highlight that shared responsibilities at homes aren't just about fairness, they're essential for sustaining romantic connection and long-term relationship health.
I believe that. Because I feel like if you're doing everything, it is easy to not want to do anything because you're
correct
exhausted. You literally spent your entire day cleaning, and then you come home and be like,
"What's for dinner?
Hey, what's for dinner?
You did my laundry?
Oh, we getting it on tonight?
Yeah.
No,
you looking thick.
I'm going to bed.
Get upstairs. Yeah,
I'm going to bed. Leave me alone.
I understand that shit. I definitely understand that shit. It just sounds crazy that a stay-at-home mom deals with the kids. And that's a trip in itself.
It's a job itself.
Day to day.
Not even that. A mom shopping. In general.
No, a mom job is very hard. I know
that's a job plus your job.
I definitely appreciate it.
Or dad. I'm not discrediting if your dad.
Yeah, if you're a single dad, same thing. It's a lot. It is a lot to take on. Yes. So I get that part. And how horny are you if you're sitting there doing every damn thing and then he come here like,
right.
What's up, baby girl?
Right.
Let's go upstairs. Like, you're gonna be like, yeah, give it to me. Nah.
No.
So I definitely understand that. So I found that cool. That's why I throw that into my random shit.
Yes. I like that one.
Yeah.
Shared chores.
What episode number is this? 17? I think it's 17. Could be wrong. I think it's 17 though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 17 episodes then.
I know.
I mean, it ain't nothing. I know we sound like we talking, but hey, 17 episodes is a big deal to some. So don't even make it this far.
And our followers continue to go up.
Yep. Again, thank you for that support.
So we appreciate it.
You guys are doing great with that shit.
Yes, please continue.
We at 135. Let's get it to 200.
Please continue subscribe, comment. Right. We appreciate the comments. We try to go back and forth with everyone in the comments. We do genuinely appreciate it. It makes
it's a lot of actual good people, despite the little random dumb shit. Yeah, a lot of good people that's been supporting us and following us. So thank you guys for that. Appreciate it.
Even when you did the post about when we reached 100, people were congratulating us.
God, that was good.
I thought it was like amazing. I'm like, wow, I feel like we got a little
love because I genuinely appreciate it. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? We came up with the idea, we started this, and you know what I mean, we're going through a journey right now, and I'm loving how it's going.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely appreciate the love.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good episode.
Yeah.
We got everything that we want to touch on. I don't think there's nothing I forgot to say.
Yes. We missed you guys. I'm so glad to be back.
Right. Hopefully we keep this shit consistent and keep going.
We will.
We don't have one of those weeks again. Sorry. No. But that's all I got.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to touch on?
No, I don't have anything.
All right.
Please continue to
write in with anything. It don't matter what the hell it is. Write in at Homesickpd at
gmail.com.
There it is.
Yes. Or DM us.
Right. Hit us on all our social media platforms.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter what it is. You just fucking want to say hi.
If you have an idea you want us to talk about, send it to us. A topic you want to discuss.
Correct.
Anything. Any would you rathers. I don't mind asking.
Yeah. You're helping us.
Challenging him.
Yeah. Anything you want us to talk about. Yeah. Write that in.
Or vice versa. Send stuff if you want him to ask. Me.
Oh. Ask me shit. But anyway,
yeah. You can ask whatever you want. Send it to us. We'll put it out there.
Definitely. All jokes aside, I appreciate all the support.
Yes.
All right. Closing out.
Yeah.
All right. We want to thank everyone for listening and tuning in. God bless, and we'll talk later.
See you next time.
Homesick Podcast.
Oh my God.